Hi, Mr. Jones back, and I promised yesterday to produce a short video on whether planning permission was required for replacing a conservatory roof or whether you're insulating it, etc. So, having reviewed all the various websites, having been on the planning website, etc., my situation remains the same as yesterday. You are unlikely to need planning permission. There are a few caveats. I'll go into that shortly. Anyway, let's get started, and I'll put up a resource here which you may have already done, i.e. do a Google search, and the Google search is planning permission for changing conservatory roof. I'm going to put it up on the screen and let's go through it. Okay, so what does Google say about this? This comes from Google AI overview. And basically this draws from various articles on the subject, and it also seems to draw quite heavily on adverts for roofing companies, and therefore I don't totally agree with everything that AI says. So, planning permission. It says you might need planning permission if the change changes the nature of the structure from a conservatory to an extension. In my case, I wasn't doing that. It says you might need planning permission if you change the height of the extension after replacing the roof. That isn't exactly true, and I will read you the relevant part from the planning portal later. And as far as the general overview, you usually do not need planning permission to change a conservatory roof from glass to tile, but you may need building regulation approval. Okay, building regulations are a different subject. So you can see here that Google AI is basically saying that you do not need planning permission. So next I'll go to one of the big companies, to their website. This is a roofing company who specializes in replacing conservatory roofs, especially putting tiles instead of glass or polycarbonate. Okay, so I'm on the website for one of the major roofing companies, and the question it poses is, do I need planning permission before transforming the roof of my conservatory? And their statement is, in most cases, no. Not since the government relaxed planning regulations in 2010. This updated version of the regulations changed the definition of a conservatory and removed the requirement for a certain percentage of a conservatory structure to be glazed. I.e., since 2010, you can put in a tiled roof or whatever you want on the roof, and no need to have any glass in it at all. They do put a caveat. However, there are some instances where you might need both planning permission and building regulations, and they say that they look after this for you. But they're very clear. In general, you do not need planning permission at all. Okay, I'm now on the planning portal. Let's get the information from the horse's mouth. This is the official planning portal, and I'm looking under the section conservatories. Now, they don't differentiate much here between building a conservatory or modifying a conservatory. However, let's see what it says. If you want to add a conservatory to a house, then this falls within the same set of planning rules as any other home extension. Okay, fair enough. These rules, known as permitted development rights, allow you to extend a house without needing to apply for planning permission if specific limitations and conditions are met. So I think what you can see from this is you're very, very unlikely to need planning permission. If you've got a slightly unusual situation, then give planning a call, contact them just to be on the safe side. Now, I mentioned the building regulations, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to do a separate one now on building regulations and how they affect changes, basically upgrades, renovations, re-roofing of conservatories, because it's a little bit complicated, and a number of these companies advertising are not exactly honest in what they say. And AI is taking it as being gospel, whereas it's not exactly true. So I will do that in my next video, and I'll try my best to do that during today.